RDNA 3 will be the graphics architecture of the future, and here's why. Not only will the to-be-announced Radeon 7000 series of graphics cards be powered by RDNA 3, due out later this year, but many other popular devices in the near future will be utilizing AMD's architecture. Taking a look at the aforementioned Radeon 7000 series, one of the biggest features we can expect from these cards is support of DisplayPort 2.0 UHBR20. This is the full, maxed out implementation of DisplayPort, capable of sending 80 gigabits per second of data through the cable to the display, meaning if you were to want to drive a 10K 60Hz monitor, you could. Not that you have one though. So while support for that resolution is possible, it probably won't see wide usage. But what this does is cement AMD into the high end of the GPU space, an area which they've been struggling to catch up to Nvidia for a while. So not only can RDNA 3 easily support displays befitting a high-end GPU like 1440p 240Hz or 4K 144Hz, full DisplayPort 2.0 allows them to break into the production side of things. So if you need to power a monitor for production work that has a deep color space or higher than average resolution, AMD suddenly became a viable option and a space that Nvidia has dominated for pretty much ever. Another feature of the upcoming RDNA 3 GPUs will be PCIe 5.0 support. The industry as a whole kind of leapfrogged from PCIe 3.0 to PCIe 5.0, glossing over PCIe 4.0. But what this means is that the Radeon 7000 series will be able to take advantage of the increased bandwidth of PCIe 5.0, as well as additional power delivered through the PCIe slot itself. Being early to support the latest PCIe versions is part and parcel of AMD's playbook, as historically they were the first to support PCIe 3.0 with the HD 7000 GPUs back when ATI was independent, but also the first to support PCIe 4.0 with the RX 5000 series. The RX 7000 series will also pair well with the freshly announced Ryzen 7000 series and Exynos 70 chipset, both of which will provide support for PCIe 5.0 as well. Moving on from the desktop GPU side of things, there are lots of upcoming devices that are going to be featuring RDNA 3 graphics as well. One of which is going to be the upcoming iterative upgrade for the PS5 and Xbox Series X. At a tech conference in Poland, TCL presented slides which described a PlayStation 5 Pro and a new Xbox Series X, coming in late 2023, or early 2024. Both of which, according to TCL, would be powered by RDNA 3 GPUs based on the upcoming Radeon 7000 series GPUs. While TCL asserts that these are only predictions on their behalf, it's not too much of a stretch to think this is a real possibility. And for what it's worth, the electronics industry is incredibly interconnected with each other, so no doubt things get around. Anyhow, the next version of the gaming consoles being powered by RDNA 3 is no surprise, as currently both the Xbox Series X and S, as well as PS5, utilize an AMD GPU running RDNA 1, which is also referred to as Navi. But support for RDNA 3 will allow the new consoles to take advantage of better resolution scaling, better rasterization performance, better support for FSR 2.0, a system that slightly compresses the image at higher resolution but has a huge benefit to performance, as well as better ray tracing performance. Finally, let's talk about phones. Samsung has long struggled with their Exynos processors competing against Qualcomm Snapdragon. In an effort to bolster their performance, Samsung struck a deal with AMD to develop an RDNA-based GPU for their Exynos SoCs. This means a significant increase in GPU performance for Exynos. At least that's how it was supposed to work out. The Exynos 2200 was the first SoC to have the new Radeon graphics, and it was actually a huge disappointment. The 2200 lagged significantly behind its peer Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 SoC. However, these performance issues might actually be alleviated if AMD and Samsung iterate with an RDNA 3 Exynos platform. AMD has already demonstrated that their architectures scale better at lower resolution compared to other competitors, which is an absolute boon when trying to run graphics-intensive tasks on, say, a phone. So if AMD is able to hold true to their promise and RDNA 3 will in fact offer 50% better rasterization performance by comparison to RDNA 2, then Samsung could finally catch a break and have a real winner on their hands. But if you'd like to know more about AMD's upcoming Ryzen processors, check out our video here, and I'll see you next time.